Elizabeth from Gabriel Family Adventures, and today I'm going to give you a review of one of the excursions that we did while we were recently in Puerto Vallarta, Mexico, and that was to go to the Las Caletas beach. So this is a pretty much an all-day excursion. It's from our check-in was at 7:30 in the morning.
All right, it is 7 a.m. We are getting ready to go to Las Caletas, a little boat tour, day excursion. Still waking up. It's a little chilly, so if you're coming in the wintertime, bring like a light sweater or something to wear just for the morning before you head out. It's a little 61 degrees Fahrenheit.
We got home around maybe 4, or back to the marina around 4. It was wonderful. So I'm gonna go over the costs, what we did, kind of our overall review, some things we wish we had done a little bit differently, and overall, hopefully give you enough information to see that truly this is one of my favorite excursions I've ever been on. So hopefully you'll feel the same way. All right, so first thing, most importantly, is the cost. So for those of you who travel and like to do excursions, especially with family members, sometimes excursions can add up quickly, and sometimes you're not always sure what you're getting for the cost. So something about Las Caletas is that this is through Vallarta Adventures, and Vallarta Adventures is a company that's been around now for quite a while in Puerto Vallarta, and we've done most of their tours. They are kind of the leading excursion company in Puerto Vallarta for good reason. They're very organized. They've got a pretty solid infrastructure. Their website is easy to navigate. Their tour guides are bilingual or trilingual, so they do make for a very good excursion experience. And the price overall, I think, kind of bang for your buck. I think this excursion was very worth it. So if you book more than 48 hours in advance, you get a 30% discount. And so what that equates to is that adults, it's $104, and then for kids, it's $62 per person. And what do you get for that? So again, it was an all-day excursion. You check in at their main desk. There's actually 2 pickup locations, one in Puerto Vallarta and one in Nuevo Vallarta. Now, food is included, and so food and drinks. So when you get onto the boat, which the boat we boarded around 8 o'clock, and they're pretty much on time with everything. So we boarded the boat. They do have juice and kind of breakfasty things there. And because we were there in mid-December, it's also whale season. So while we were boating over to Las Caletas, we spent some time looking for whales, and we saw a lot. It was incredible. So as you're going towards the beach, you're whale watching. And so it was almost like we got a small whale watching tour with our beach tour. A piece of information I do recommend, it's really windy, and we were there in December, but I think even in the summertime, that early in the morning, do bring a jacket, just something to kind of throw over, because it can get a little cold. The staff, this is, we were traveling during COVID. The entire staff wore masks the whole time, really did try to space things out as best as they could. So that did feel, very safe. And, because you're outside almost the entire time, that also kind of added to the feeling of a little more comfort. So once we finished our whale watching tour, which was incredible, you get to the beach. And as you're pulling up to the beach, there are employees of Vallarta Adventures who are demonstrating some of the activities. So you'll see someone come out on a zip line. You'll see these gorgeous parrots flying around because they have trained birds. So you'll see all kinds of fun things. It's almost like a little demo for all the options that you have on the island, or on the beach itself. It's not an island. And then when you get there, you walk in and you kind of walk through. There's some little gift shops and stuff. Nothing we really were excited about buying, but if you want to get like a shirt or something, it's there. And then then the first thing they do is you go over to this restaurant area, and there's a few different areas to dine. And they had tacos with, fresh tortillas. The food was delicious. And they had this kind of cinnamon coffee that they ladled out of this large pot, and it was so delicious. So I don't know what was in it, but it was incredible. So we didn't really need the snacks that we had purchased at the grocery store. So we could have just left those alone because the tacos were delicious. If you want to go back and get seconds, you can. And then you really start your day. And because Las Caletas has so many things to do, I do recommend really trying to kind of budget your time accordingly, depending on your age, depending on what you're really trying to take advantage of. So because our kids were little, we were traveling with friends, so the kids were all between the ages of 4 and 9. We were part of the Kids Adventure Park kind of tour. So we pretty much went straight over to that, and it was so cute. So what do you do? What do the kids do at the Kids Adventure Park? So it's kind of like it's about an hour, where they get them all harnessed into there's little zip lines that are definitely safe for kids. They're not big, they're not super long, but very fun for the kiddos. And they get them strapped into all of that, and then they also let them go on a donkey ride, and they have the parents take the donkey. My particular donkey, they said he was the lazy donkey, so he needed some encouragement as we were going along. But it was very fun. And then they do some zip lines. They have some wobbly bridges and things like that for the kids to go through. And there's spots for the parents to take photos. There's also, everywhere you go, there's a photographer. And something that I wish we had planned in advance is to kind of tell ourselves we were gonna buy the photos, so that way every time there was an opportunity for a photo, we kind of posed for it and all of that. So we didn't really think about taking advantage of the photo package until the end. So I'm wishing we had been more mindful of that, just so then we could have, if we knew we were going to buy it, then we would have had, as many digital photos as possible. So kind of a little something to think about. And that photo package, so it's, of course, they always start, really high, and you're on the boat coming home and you're happy you had this great day. And they'll present, I think the starting price was like $100, but that was for both families, and you get a printout, and then you get a jump drive with the rest of your digital images. We were able to talk it down to, I think, $50 a family, something like that. I'm sure we still overpaid, but the photos that we did get were really great. I just wish we had taken advantage of it more and gotten more pictures. So that's something I would have done differently next time. All right, so then after the Kids Adventure Park time, what we decided to do is go, they had a little clay molding section where the kids can be creative with clay. They have all kinds of stuff. They have mezcal tasting. You see people with the exotic birds kind of walking around. They put the bird on your shoulder and take photos and things like that. It was very cool. And they also let you take photos with your camera. They're not strict about, oh no, it has to be one of our photographers. So they'll let you do that too. So if you don't want to buy the photo package, you definitely don't have to. And then we went down to one of the beaches they have swings. And again, it's, open bar, alcoholic or non-alcoholic beverages. So you can drink your fill, all included. So we played a little bit in the water. The kids played on the hammocks and built, some stuff in the sand, which was very fun. We did some fun little pictures at the beach. And then we went over to the main beach where they have all of the fun water toys. So you've got stand-up paddle boards, you've got kayaks. They have these floating little wooden areas where it's almost like a little mini beach floating in the water. So you can paddle out to one of those and, have a beverage, and they have chairs and things like that. So that was super fun. Or you could just hang out at the beach and relax, which is also great. And then the folks with the birds came around and, took more photos, and they did a little show with a whole bunch of the birds all lined up, and then they flew around. It was really incredible stuff. Because our kids were so little, we didn't go over to the Teen Adventure Cove, which has some slides, bigger zip lines, and things like that. It looked very fun. We just didn't think it made sense for us to hike all the way over there just because our kids were so small that they probably wouldn't be able to do most of the activities. Anyways. And then we had lunch, and so lunch is great. Um, Super delicious buffet style. So buffets during COVID are a little different. So instead of you serving yourself, you have someone there and you just ask them to put things on your plate. All you can eat. If you want to go back for more, go back for more. They had several dessert options. So overall, quite delicious. The kids enjoyed their food. We enjoyed our food. So that was really nice. That those options, there was something for everybody that we were able to really enjoy. And then we continued to kind of wander around, check out different things, had a couple beverages, and overall really had a very fun day. And then at the end, you hear kind of a bell ring. That's your time to wander back onto the boat. While you're boating back to the marina, this is where, they'll hit you up to buy the photo package. The staff of the boat, they're great. They're walking around at Las Caletas, also kind of helping clarify if you have any questions or how to get to different places. They'll help with that. And then they did this little like lip syncing costume Rolling Stones performance, which was very entertaining while we were boating back. And you can have beverages on the boat. Don't forget to bring money to give cash tips for the staff. And especially I was really inclined to give more generous tips because I did feel like what we received for the price we paid for our excursion, like I said in the beginning, was totally worth it. So we felt like, yes, I do want to tip these staff members because they were so friendly and helpful, and it was such a wonderful day. So if you have any questions at all, please don't hesitate to put those below. And I hope if you are going to Puerto Vallarta, I hope you do take advantage of Las Caletas. It's a very fun excursion, especially if you have kids. So enjoy your time, and we'll see you later.